Hey, how's it going? Welcome aboard, everybody. Jason here. I'm going to show you a little bit about this CARVIN head. I love 2 amp. Let me put my safety glass on because it's dangerous when you're playing with tube amps here. Alright. Now, as you all know already, I love tube amps. I love solid state amps too, but tube amps rule. Mainly because they sound really good. I like that older sound of the old tubes humming in the background, making your sound just right. This is the CARVIN V3. Now, I've tried many tube amps. As you see this Marshall here, I also have, y'all remember on the other videos, my H&K, as well as played Fender, Gibson tube amps, old tube amps, you name it, Mesa Boogie. I love this V3 amp. I compare it a lot to the Mesa Boogie Triple Crown. Turning on these here pieces here, we have 3 channels. 3 channels which gives you ultimate, really good sounds. Great tones, great tube tones too. Oh, let me introduce this Ultra V by CARVIN. This is a 1986, 87, mid-80s vintage model, neck to the body, solid ebony all the way through. I love it. This is one of the greatest guitars I've ever played. Alright, so we have 3 separate channels, and each channel is modified to your liking. The best part about this amp is to go from one channel to another. It doesn't have a loud snap, a pop when you switch channels, but instead you have a solo boost, and a soloing boost up your EQing to give you that I'm about to do a solo, and it's really cool on all 3 channels too. I'll give you a little example. The way the boost works in that. Now, on all 3 channels, you also have different things like a soak, a bright. On the distortion side, on channels 1 and 2, which are identical channels in every way. And so you have intense, crunch, modern. You have EQ. It's like it exalts the sound. It really goes from really kind of like a thick, not to a thin, but to a good, pleasant mid sound. That's the channel 3 on the clean side. Let's go to channel 2. A little more guttier, a little more meat on that. A lot of workable EQ here. This setting here is, I'm on the bridge pickup only. It gives me a good bottom end. That's a good tubes for you. Let's start over. We're going to the boost. And that's what you're trying to avoid. That's why I highly recommend this CARVIN V3. Going into a more stronger, we're going to go to channel 1, which gives it a lot more drive, a lot more distortion, got a lot more hum. I don't have any pedals run to this, so you're going to hear a lot of the ground needs to be lifted, or you can run a noise suppressor pedal to it. Really sounds cool. And there you have it. The CARVIN Ultra V played through the CARVIN V3. And I like it. I really love it. I think you will too. Check it out. Next, we'll probably talk about this one, or we'll talk about some other pieces you see around me. It'd be great. Thanks a lot.